Hey guys, what's up? MadSeason here, back with another video for you. Well, I called it, didn't I? Not even a day after posting my What We Know About Classics So Far video, we have another update, immediately making that video outdated, so my timing is impeccable as usual. This one is pretty big though, so I thought it was video worthy to talk about it, and in the last one I said I'd cover updates, so I'm covering it. But today, we got an update with itemization in Classic World of Warcraft. One of those big questions has always been, will we have progressive itemization in the game? I touched on this a little bit in the previous video, with their plans to hold off on certain items for the appropriate raid tier. A good example of this is the Titanic leggings pattern for blacksmiths, to name just one. This came out in patch 1.10, and it's much better than most legs you'd find in those early raids. So they deemed that it would affect the balance a little bit too much, and they're releasing this particular item and many others in the Encourage phase. But there's a deeper level to this. Not only were new items being added, but also existing items were being changed. Stats on items, level requirements, tier set bonuses, many items were finally tuned over Vanilla's lifespan to bring them in line with how they envisioned them. They used a good example, and that's the Warrior Tier 2 Helmet of Wrath. Like many other items in the game, this originally had the Spirit stat on it, and they were a bit obsessed with this. It was about as common as Stamina, and it was pretty much worthless for most classes in the game. I remember on my Rogue, it was all over the Shadowcraft set, and that's how it would remain for all of Vanilla actually. Well, seeing as how the Helmet of Wrath is a more high-end Tier 2 piece, they decided to change the stats. It also had crit chance and agility on it, and this was all changed in patch 1.5 to stamina, strength, defense, and resistances. They went a little too ham with it though, so in 1.7 they tuned back the defense skill, and so on. You get the picture. Stats changed on many items over the course of Classic, so it's been a big question if this was being emulated, and we got our answer. No. Well, they gave a rather long explanation. Of course, you can find this in the description for yourself if you'd like to read it, but to sum it up, it's their same logic with that 1.12 AV and class balance and whatnot. Recreating an authentic experience is their goal, but they're also trying to make the game in its fully polished 1.12 state. Their mindset is that there's a certain point where you have to say, okay, this is unreasonable. In this list, they included things like the original Cthulhu, who was proven to be pretty much unkillable by the great Ian Cthulhu Acostus, and Ragnaros being killable due to a bug with his lava burst skill, and, as they state, progressive itemization. So, it's gonna be a huge firestorm, I'm sure, because as I've said, there does exist a community for that 100% no changes. I'm sure there are forums ablaze right now as we speak, in fact. As for myself, I'm a little disappointed, but I'm also not surprised, especially since the news about that Altric Valley. In the direct previous video, I said many times that while everything is pretty close, it's not exact, and meticulously going through hundreds and possibly thousands of items patch by patch to take out Force Spirit and add Force Strength to this level 20 green chest piece was something I'd be very surprised they would end up doing. There are good sides and downsides. A downside, obviously, is that reduced accuracy, and a good side is not having to look up every single item that drops to see if it gets better or worse in certain patches, unless you happen to have encyclopedic knowledge of the game's database. And another downside is that it doesn't bode well for other aspects of the same level. A lot of this was confirmed already, but for example, things such as class balance, you can certainly expect it to be in its 1.12 state. Racials changed a bit as well. I'm not sure if it's been outright stated, but going off this, you can probably expect those to be in the 1.12 state as well. Pretty much anything on that level, I'd say would be 1.12 rather than progressive. So again, bad news for some and good news for others. The good thing is, you can say they're at least forthright with their plans. It's not like we're being left in the dark until a week before release, and then we get, oh hey, no progressive itemization guys, like something you'd expect from the current game. The communication has been on point as of late, so if you are in the 100% no changes side, there's some silver lining for you. But that's pretty much all I have to say. Again, check it out for yourself in the description. I do want to talk more about this, and just recapturing the experience in general, But I have enough to say about that to make it its own video, I think. So I'll see you then if you decide to join me. Thanks for watching. Peace.
Farewell for now, mortals. We hope you enjoyed today's video. See you again soon.